Well, tell me a little bit about your organization.
Yeah, so I'm with MIRAC, the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. We're an all-volunteer grassroots organization. We've been organizing in the Twin Cities for almost 20 years, demanding legalization for all, an end to border militarization, and currently, the abolition of ICE and its whole apparatus.
So you've been talking about eliminating ICE longer than a lot of other folks have. I do want to ask you, going back to like when George Bush was president, when W. Bush was president, DHS was created sort of out of a politicized environment surrounding what happened on 9/11. Do you think that creating DHS, creating ICE, moving Border Patrol over, taking away some of the things the FBI used to do, adding them, all of that stuff has led us to this inevitable place where it's just politicized law enforcement?
To some extent, yes. Before 9/11, before the creation of DHS, CBP, ICE, and USCIS, those functions were carried out by the INS, the Immigration Naturalization Service. And really, if you go back in U.S. history, back to colonial times, we see that the immigration laws in this country have been weaponized against certain groups of people, right? Japanese internment camps, Chinese Exclusion Act, the INS specifically targeted Mexicans on the Southwest for deportation. And so this isn't something new. This is really part of a pattern of a white supremacist government in this country. And truly, under Democrat and Republican presidents and administrations, we have seen violence against immigrants. We've seen deportations, family separation, and all the evils that come with that.
In fact, if you go back to World War II, the immigrant quotas that historically happened during that period, and you look at like the Christian Front, there was also an attempted coup against the government, against FDR's policies, because they wanted a white national America First state back then. So this is something that's definitely been repeated. Do you see any similarities between that period of time and what's happening right now?
That's a great question. I'm not an expert on that time period, but we do know that history repeats itself, right? We see kind of the same patterns over and over of how people in power try to hold on to that power, and they use a lot of the same tactics over and over again to oppress immigrants, people of color, the people who are indigenous to this land, and others.
Indeed. Border Patrol, you mentioned that. I want to ask you about, do you know anything about the critical incident team, which is something that's been sort of innate and secretive in Border Patrol, where they've used to investigate any shootings or wrongful violence that comes from them? They sort of cover stuff up. Is that something you have any experience with?
I don't have a lot of personal experience with that. Here in the Twin Cities, we, until very recently, were not part of Border Patrol's jurisdiction. So we've been more focused on what ICE is doing, because that's what we see right in front of us. So not having a lot of firsthand knowledge, but the way that we know that law enforcement works in this country, the idea that they might be investigating themselves and covering up their own wrongdoing is not hard to believe.
It's not hard to believe. So what are some of the things that you've worked on previously with ICE?
So on the local level, we established a Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs at the City of Minneapolis, which provides a lot of support to our immigrant population here. We're part of the Legalization for All network across the country that has done a series of different campaigns targeted at local politicians, national politicians, and actually today, we're here today to actually demand a statewide eviction moratorium to Governor Walz. That's the demand of this protest today, because we are seeing that, disproportionately in the Twin Cities, renters are immigrants and BIPOC folks. Many of them are afraid to go to work. Many families have lost the primary earners to detention, deportation, fear of going out, despite the many efforts of our community here to accompany people, to respond to raids. People are still getting picked up. They're still getting detained. They're still getting deported. They're getting transferred out of state to other detention centers, getting lost in the system. Tomorrow's February 1st. Rent is due. And so we're here to call on Governor Walz and our lawmakers in Minnesota to enact that eviction moratorium.
No, I got you. In fact, that is what you're doing here is a good point, because I don't think this gets discussed enough by the media. One of the second-tiered problems that is coming from this is the fact that you have folks that are afraid to go to work. They're afraid to go to the grocery store. If they don't go to work, they can't pay their bills. We were at the Carmel Mall. We were at the Mercado Mall. I spoke with some of the businesses there. They didn't really want to go on camera, but they told me that it's a twofold problem. Their employees don't want to show up for work, and the people that really buy for them are also not coming in to the Mercado to shop. So, and you could see the closed stalls in there. So clearly this is a huge issue. Is there any sort of mutual aid that you folks have set up or others have set up for these individuals?
Yeah, MIRAC has received a lot of generosity from the community to be able to do that mutual aid. It's something that we carry out, alongside trusted community members we've been working with for a long time. We have relationships with a lot of these business owners. Some of them have been part of MIRAC in the past or currently. So there is a lot of mutual aid going out to businesses, to folks who need rent assistance. But even everything that we've collected and truly, like, amongst not just us, but other organizations, neighborhood groups, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars have been raised, but it's still not enough, right? At the systemic level, we're in an emergency moment, right? And that's why we need this systemic response. But this is an extremely difficult time for small immigrant-owned businesses.
Indeed. Have you folks been involved with any of the mutual aid going on at Whipple? I know there's a group down there that's helping with those that have been arrested by ICE, whether it's American citizens that have been detained and let go, protesters that have also been detained and let go, providing them with burner phones, clothing. I've heard horror stories about these guys just letting folks out into this insanely cold weather with nothing but T-shirt on.
Yeah, that is happening. MIRAC isn't directly involved with this mutual aid, but we support what folks are doing, providing clothes, burner phones, because yes, we've seen it. People are just being released out in the cold. People are also getting transferred out of state and then released, often in Texas. Right now, a lot of people detained in Minnesota are getting immediately sent to Texas, and then they're getting released in Texas with no phone. They're not giving back their personal belongings, their passports, and people are just stuck. And there are organizations down in Texas, especially on the border, who are providing that mutual aid and helping folks get back home.
Sounds like we're getting ready to start. So I have one more question for you. Are you happy with the way Mayor Fry and Tim Walz in general have handled this crisis, or do you think they can be doing a better job?
I think Governor Walz and Mayor Fry can be doing a lot more to keep ICE out of our city.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for talking with us, Kelly. So we are going to sort of move over to where they're going to be doing speeches in a second. If you're just joining us, I'm Tina Desiree Berg reporting live for Status Quo on the Midas Touch Network. And we are downtown Minneapolis at the ICE Out Solidarity Rally.
Everybody knows we're having technical difficulties with the sound system as we wait for that for a generator. So, thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started really soon once we work on our gas issues.
Hey, who are you?
And you can start. Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE!
Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ICE.
Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE!
Say it
Journalism's not a crime! Journalism's not a crime! Say it loud, say it clear!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Say it loud, say it clear!
Immigrants are welcome here!
Immigrants are welcome here! Speaking of sweets, I know someone said it out loud. We have sweets here in this white truck that we want to hand out just to energize some of you guys before we get going. So back here behind Robin and I, you can grab your pastries. So feel free to just hop on now. We'll get this thing going, okay?
There's tea, cocoa, and hand warmers
And
over
stuff.
here on our right.
And we got plenty of signs for you guys, so get your hand warmers, get them warmed up, and hold up a sign.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When immigrants.
So they're bringing in a truck, sound truck, where they're going to have speeches in a minute. People are still filing into the park.
What do we do?
So people are still filing into the park. Yesterday, we covered the general strike, which had I'd say about 50,000 folks show up. This is getting to be a bigger crowd now. They've been having events throughout the city all day. Some of them were training events on how to do rapid response. Others were legal immigration courses, so to speak, training courses. They also had a bike ride. So all kinds of things going on in the city today for the Ice Out event.
When I say ole, 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 I want you to say fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Feel free to clap too, it's great. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. I need more energy from you guys. Either grab some fucking pastries or keep it going. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Better. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes. Ole, 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 ole. Fuck eyes, fuck eyes.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about some in Los Angeles. Some folks might know that on New Year's Eve, Keith Porter, who was in the San Fernando Valley, was killed by an off-duty ICE agent. He had been firing his gun into the air to celebrate New Year's. An ICE agent basically shot him and claimed that it was an active shooter scenario, which is obviously not the case. So that happened prior to having Renee Good and Alex Preddy murdered here in Minneapolis. So they've been obviously staging protests in Los Angeles for many weeks now, but last night it looks like the LAPD came in and broke up the protests in a rather aggressive manner, which is something we've seen consistently from the LAPD. And I also want to mention that the state of California passed a law basically saying that federal agents are not allowed to be masked up in the state, that they have to be unmasked. In response, the chief of the LAPD, who is an ex-sheriff, came out and basically said that he was not going to enforce that law. And in fact, this sign is like perfect for that. Do they look like cops to you? That's the problem. People cannot differentiate who's who in the cosplaying zoo. You really don't know who these individuals are.
La migra, la misma porquería. La poli, 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 la migra.
Those are serious statements. So John, get a shot of this. They were not kidding about the pastries. He has a whole pastry cart here. Insanely delicious looking donuts. Oh, sorry. Real sense of community here in the city of Minneapolis, everywhere we go.
Justicia, justicia.
Cuando no queremos,
Ahora, ahora.
¿qué es lo que queremos?
Justicia, justicia.
Cuando no queremos,
Ahora, ahora.
They want justice now. We're now hearing chants in Spanish.
escucha, estamos en la lucha.
Trump, escucha.
Trump, listen.
Estamos en la lucha.
Wall, escucha, estamos en la lucha.
Wall, escucha. Estamos en la lucha.
Fry, escucha, estamos en la lucha.
Fry, escucha. Estamos en la lucha.
Trump, escucha, estamos en
Another thing I sort of wanted to mention as we're listening to the chanting in Spanish is a lot of, particularly in Los Angeles, a lot of voters that voted for Trump are actually Hispanic. And I think we're starting to see anger from these crowds because this is not what they expected. I think when Trump said they were going to deport criminals, they believed that to be the case. And obviously the majority of people that are being deported are not criminals. I did spoke with a Hispanic activist who didn't want to go on camera. And he basically told me that he had voted for Trump, but his mother and his sister had now been deported. And I asked him, what did you think they meant by mass deportation? And he said, not this. So I think we're hearing that from a lot of Trump voters who are now changing their mind. They're not okay with what's going on. And this might, in combination with the release of the Epstein files yesterday, completely fracture the MAGA base. But we'll see.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido. El pueblo unido
joining us. This is Tina Desiree Berg reporting for Status Quo News on the Midas Touch Network. We are at the Ice Out rally and protest in Bryant Square Park in Minneapolis, Minnesota. People are still rolling in. They're going to do speeches in a minute. And also, if you are not a member of Status Quo, please consider joining. It is your membership that helps us pay for these trips to report, helps us cover our hotel, airfare. All of these things cost money. So if you could afford for as little as $5 a month, it would be helpful. You could do so on our website, statusquo.com/join.
Lizzie, I'm with TCC for J, the Twin Cities Coalition for Justice.
We're super honored to be here with you in the streets to build for this struggle because the fight for community control of the police, for police accountability, is in the fight for immigrant rights.
So I think they're going to move the speeches over to the truck. We're going to follow over here and get some of those speeches, and then we will be doing some interviews with folks here in the crowd. Where's the backup? It is a warm 10 degrees today in Minneapolis, so much warmer than it has been. You know it's been cold when I'm saying 10 degrees is warm. It's me. Hi, how are you?
No, we gotta avoid the recording.
Mira has been fighting for legalization.
Sí. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Check. Check. Ey, 1, 2. Ey, sí.
Just remember, don't put on front.
Bum. Mirek has been fighting for legalization for an end to all deportations for 20 years. Every year on May 1st, we protest for immigrant and workers' rights because it is one and the same. And we hope to see a crowd just as big, if not bigger than this, for May 1st this year. It'll be our 20th anniversary of celebrating International Workers' Day. So we're really proud to be with Twin Cities Coalition for Justice today as they fight for all stolen lives, as we fight for the lives stolen by ICE in detention centers on the streets of Minneapolis, across this entire country with the legalization for all network. We're extremely proud to be in the struggle with them to make the connections with MPD's complicity in crowd controlling for ICE. We're gonna call out Mayor Frey for what he is, a bootlicker. Shame! Okay. Manny, do you want to say something? You look ready to say something.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Hey, I'm Manny. Like I said earlier, I'm part of MIRAC. We're a grassroots immigrant-led organization fighting for dignity, safety, and justice for immigrant communities across Minnesota. We organize, educate, mobilize against detention, deportation, eviction, and all forms of state violence while building real power from the ground up. MIRAC shows up where it matters, in the streets, in the community, alongside families who refuse to be silenced. Today's demand, while we're all here, ICE out, eviction moratorium now, and legalization for all. These are all demands that we have been fighting for all along. Family, friends, and community, thank you for being here today. We're here because our lives are not bargaining chips. We're here because our neighbors deserve safety, housing, and dignity, not fear. This march is for the martyrs, for Renee Good, for Alex Preddy, for Philando Castile, for Ricky Cobb, for Keith Porter, for every stolen lives by state violence, and for the living who are still here being terrorized today. Let's be clear. Crowd control is ICE collaboration. Police working with ICE is state violence. Raids, surveillance, and displacements are not public safety. They are tools of fear. Right now, families in Minneapolis are afraid to go to work, afraid to send their kids to school, afraid to answer the door. And while that fear spreads, people are still being evicted, pushed out of their homes while ICE floods our communities. Say shame to that. That's why we're demanding loud and clear. When I say eviction moratorium, you say now. Eviction moratorium. Now. Mayor Fry, eviction moratorium. Now. Governor Walz, eviction moratorium. Now. ICE out of Minneapolis. Now. ICE out of Minnesota. Now. And ICE out of everywhere. Now. Governor Walz, you have the power to act. You have emergency power, and this is a fucking emergency. If people cannot safely work, move, or live, then eviction is violence. Do not sell us out. Declare an eviction moratorium now. Mayor Fry, this city belongs to the people. Us, not ICE. We don't need statements. We need actions. We don't need swear words and collaboration and compliance. Stand with the community, not federal terror. We say money for schools, not for ICE. Money for schools, not for ICE.
Money for schools, not for ICE.
Money for housing, not handcuffs.
Money for housing, not handcuffs.
Money for care, not cages.
Money for care, not cages.
And let us say this together so there's no confusion. No raids.
No raids.
No evictions.
No evictions.
No collaboration.
No collaboration.
Community control now.
Community control now.
Legalization for all.
Legalization for all.
Because we're not leaving and we are not backing down. And we will not be quiet while our communities are under attack. Because this is what solidarity looks like. This is what resistance looks like. And this is what power looks like right here, right now. Evict ICE, not us.
This is what resistance looks like. Show me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
Show me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
Show me what resistance looks like.
This is what resistance looks like.
I want to introduce our first speaker, who is with the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. Give a big hand for Isaac.
Give me 1 second, please. Well, thank you everyone for being here. My name is Isar. I have the honor of being a member of the Minnesota Immigrant Rights Action Committee. Thank you. Dearly beloved, look, we're going through unprecedented times. As a nation, we are a massive display of force and power, a behemoth. But when it comes to principles, today we are so small and so weak. We are under the attack and terrorizing techniques applied by the Trump administration in order to create fear, hunger, and obedience. And in return, we the people We the people rose against these occupations of our state, our streets. We will not bow down. These attacks have done nothing, absolutely nothing, but bring us all together as a community. We are neighbors looking out for neighbors, families looking out for other families, teachers looking out for students, doctors looking out for patients, humans looking out for humans. Demonstrations of the most remarkable kindness have been organized all over the state, all over the country, all over the globe. People have unnecessarily given their lives defending our most basic human rights. Say their names: Renee Good and Alex Preddy. The irony of this current situation is that we, the immigrants, are the ones targeted by doing what we do best. We always get the job done. But now, immigrant families can't even afford to pay rent for the houses that we built. Some families don't even need refrigerators anymore because they don't have any food to put in them. We have plenty of military gear used to intimidate our residents on our streets, but we don't have enough schools to teach them about their basic human rights. The families are hiding in their homes because they are afraid of those who work forces and also burn crosses. In honor of these brave Minnesotans that are still fighting day after day, and our neighbors who cannot join us for fear of the state, we the people we are demanding that the governor implement a statewide eviction moratorium. Tim Walz, if you can't end this occupation, at least suspend the eviction caused by the same. Thank you. And let's do a little chant. Repeat after me, please. We're not cold, we're not afraid.
We're not cold, we're not afraid.
Renee and Alex taught us to be brave. Thank you.
Lucha, lucha, lucha duro. Lucha, lucha duro. Tumbaremos ese pinche muro. That means fight, fight, fight. Break down the wall. Lucha, lucha, lucha duro. Lucha, lucha, lucha duro. Tumbaremos ese pinche muro. Lucha, lucha, lucha duro. Lucha, lucha, lucha duro. Tumbaremos ese pinche muro. When I say chinga, you say la migra. Chinga. 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 Chinga.
So chinga la migra is basically fuck ice in Spanish.
Chinga. Chinga. If you don't know what that means in English, it means fuck ice. Fuck ice. When I say ice out, you say fuck ice. Ice out. 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 Woo! Minnesota, make some noise for yourself. So that was the English and Spanish lesson. This is the math lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I said 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. Woo! We want justice. You say how?
deportations now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Stop the deportations now!
Stop the deportations now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Stop the deportations now!
Stop the deportations now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Drop all the charges now!
Drop
There's
all
this
the
great sign
charges
that says,
now.
Drop all the charges now!
Drop all the charges now.
Drop all the charges now!
Drop all the charges now.
We are not marching yet. We're going to have a few more speakers here. I'm going to pass it to Lizzie to introduce her. Woo!
All right, so our next speaker is an educator with TCC for J. They've been a longtime member. Up next is Loretta from TCC for J.
All right, I won't ask how everybody's doing because I feel like we're just all surviving and functioning right now. I can tell you that's how I'm feeling, but there are times when my activism and my day job collides, and it happened in 2022 when I was an educator on strike, and now it's becoming harder to educate in this environment. You try to find moments of joy, but you worry for your students, your coworkers, your own children, and yourself. You worry about if the kid you saw on Monday, will you see them on Tuesday? You worry if your coworkers got home or to work safely. You worry about for your kids when you hear about their friends and classmates and what's happening to them. Here's the thing that gets me out of bed, that gets me motivated, is things like this, is actions like this. The fact that we are resisting this occupation, because that's what it is, an occupation. We're protecting, but here we are protecting our neighbors. We're feeding each other. We're making sure our kids are educated even under these circumstances. Because who keeps us safe? Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
I'm sorry if this offends any of you, but I'm not sorry. I'm not waiting on the mayor or the governor to stop this. Now I hear the demand is for an eviction moratorium, and Tim Walz can do that. He's trying to say he can't, he's going to get sued and all that. Well, fuck that shit. People are suffering. People can't go to work. So so how are they going to pay their rent if they can't work because they're too afraid to go to work? Anyway, I want them to, they think that dialogue is going to help. It's not. Now, ICE has killed 2 people in this city within 2 weeks. Donald Trump, Tom Homan, Kristi Noem, anybody else, they don't care who they kidnap, kill, or maim. We are the ones who can stop this. We need to use our power because there are more of us than them. So keep showing up. Keep following those ICE agents with your whistles. Keep helping our mutual aid folks. Because Trump and all of them, they hate this. They hate that in Minnesota we're taking care of each other and we're protecting each other. And we've done this before because this ain't new. We've been through this before. Now, I don't really like using the word resilient, but that's what we are. And I'm hearing the ICE agents are tired and scared. Well, good. Because we're tired of them too. They need to go. Our neighbors need to feel safe. Our city, our state needs to feel safe. Our students need to be able to come to school without fear. So, with the ass, please be kind to your educators in your life. once again teaching while the world is falling apart. But just know we are going to fight and win, because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you.
Thank you, Loretta. When we fight, we win. 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 Give it up for yourselves too, everyone. All right, we're going to be chanting here for a little bit.
When I say money for schools,
If you're
you say
just joining
not for
us,
eyes.
this is
Money for
Tina
schools,
Desiree
not for
reporting
us.
live
Money for
for
schools,
Status
not
News
for
on
us.
the
Money for
Midas Touch
schools,
Network.
not for us.
We are live
Money
at
for
the
schools,
Ice
not
Out
for us.
rally and protest in
Money for
Minneapolis.
school,
Not for us.
They are
money for
basically
schools,
asking the
not for
mayor
us.
money for
to
schools,
Not for
make
us.
Money
a
for
rent
schools.
moratorium
Not for
happen.
us.
Money for
Many of the
schools.
immigrant
Not for
families that have been
us.
affected
Money for
by ICE
schools.
operations
Not
can no
for
longer
us.
afford
Money for
to pay
schools.
rent, and they
Not for
have
us.
concerns
Money
about
for
being
schools.
evicted.
Not for us.
When I
And
say
if
what
you
do
are
we
not a
want, you
member
say
of Status
legalization.
Coup, please
What do
consider
we want?
joining. Your membership is
Legalization.
what
When do we
helps
want
us
it?
fund these
What do we
trips
want?
for $5 a month.
When do we want it?
You help us pay for
What do we
our
want?
hotels,
Legalization.
our
When do we
airfare,
want it?
equipment.
What do we
We
want?
lost a microphone yesterday
When
due
do
to
we
the
want
cold,
it?
so we're gonna have to replace that now. So anyway, if you can afford to do it, we would really, really appreciate the
What do we
support.
want?
You can go to
When do we want it?
statusquo.com/join.
What do we want?
Legalization.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Legalization.
When do we want it?
Now.
When I say if Renee don't get it or if
There's
Alex
this
don't
very,
get it, I want you to
funny
say shut it down. If Renee
Sign
don't
that
get
says
it,
free
shut it
balls
down.
for
If
ICE
Alex don't
since
get
they
it,
have none.
shut it down. If Renee don't get it,
One of the
shut
things
it
I'm
down.
noticing
If
as a
Alex
constant
don't get
theme
it,
with the
shut it
signs
down.
we are seeing
If
at
Amanda
protests
don't get it,
are
shut
sort
it
of
down.
what I'm going to call emasculated
If
language
Renee don't
towards the
get
ICE
it,
agents.
shut it down. If Ricky don't get it, shut it down. If Alex don't get it, shut it down. If Orlando don't get it, shut it down. If Victor don't get it, shut it down. If Alex don't get it, shut it down. If Renee don't get it, shut it down. If Orlando don't get it, shut it down. If Ricky don't get it, shut it down. If Liam don't get it, shut it down. If Liam don't get it, shut it down. If Renee don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If Twin Cities don't get it, shut it down. Minnesota don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If Renee don't get it, shut it down. If Felix don't get it, shut it down. If Victor don't get it, shut it down. If Liam don't get it, shut it down. If Orlando don't get it, shut it down. If Ricky don't get it, shut it down. If Renee don't get it, shut it down. If Felix don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If Twin Cities don't get it, shut it down. Minnesota don't get it, shut it down. If we 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 don't get it, shut it down. If Renee don't get it, shut it down. If Felix don't get it, shut it down. If Victor don't get it, shut it down. If Ricky don't get it, shut it down. If Orlando don't get it, shut it down. If Liam don't get it, shut it down. And if we don't get it, shut it down. Whoa, I'm fucking amped right now, you guys. Our next speaker is Cedar from People's Action Coalition Against Trump. They're uniting grassroots organization against Trump's dumbass agenda here in Twin Cities. Give it up for Cedar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cedar. I'm speaking on behalf of the People's Action Coalition Against Trump, or PACAT. And we are a coalition of Twin Cities-based organizations who are uniting to fight back against Trump's attacks here in the U.S. and across the globe. In PACAT, we know that our issues are all connected, and an attack against frontier. We see this destruction in Central and South America with the revival of the racist Monroe Doctrine, with the recent attacks on Venezuela reminding us of the beginning of the Iraq War, and just as the people knew then, we know now that the people do not want another war for oil. We know that these interventions and then sanctions that are later placed on countries that don't comply create conditions for immigration that the ruling class then tries to stop. Shame! In Pacat, we know the devastation of U.S. imperialism also extends to our bodily health and reproductive autonomy. Just as Americans are being denied reproductive care in the form of abortion bans and funding crisis pregnancy centers, women exposed to the weapons of war and their toxins are known to be at a higher risk for reproductive health harms. And this is not separate from here in the U.S., where toxic industrial plants and refineries are constantly placed in poor, black, or brown communities. When we make these connections, we are better fit to understand that our common enemy is the ruling class. And when we make these connections, we are united. When I think of this international solidarity, I think of the murals of George Floyd painted on walls in Palestine. When we are united, we can never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. United will never be defeated. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Please follow the People's Action Coalition on Instagram so you can keep up with our upcoming events. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
The people united will never be defeated.
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 All right, we have Carlos Cardoso with Asamblea de Derechos Civiles. If you're close to the truck, please come up. If not, we'll go to the next speaker. He's still coming? Still come up, okay. So are we. All right, we are introducing Maysoon from American Muslims for Palestine. We are proud to be international solidarity activists, first and foremost. And when we say from Palestine to Mexico, all the walls have got to go. From Palestine to Mexico,
All the walls have got to go.
from Palestine to Mexico,
All the walls have got to go.
from Palestine to Mexico,
All the walls have got to go.
from Palestine to Mexico.
All the walls have got to go.
Thank you, Mason. Woo! Before I start, I'm going to start with the chant. From Minnesota to Palestine. Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
From Minnesota to Palestine. Occupation is a crime.
Occupation is a crime.
Minnesota, make some noise. I want to start off by thanking the people of Minnesota for standing for our children, for standing for our stores, for our neighbors. We keep us safe. And I want to say, as a teacher, when I see my little students role-playing as ICE, pretending to kill each other, that's when we know that this government, that this president has failed us. We keep us safe. you've been tweeting, this is not the America I know. We are all united everywhere. It's just this year. I want to wake you up to what BIPOC communities have been facing for decades and hundreds of years. From the slave catchers, to the boarding schools, to the over 1 million killed in Iraq, to the little boys, to the brown men swooped up and taken to Guantanamo. And most importantly, get this on record, to the genocide. The genocide in Gaza, the genocide against my people, funded by this country. Shame! So for you thinking, if you're thinking we just have to tackle it here, you are wrong. Raise your hand if you know that ICE trains with the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. Raise your hand. This is not a conspiracy, let me tell you. This is not a conspiracy. Search it up. They brag about the same methods of counterterrorism, of surveillance, of legs on the neck. Shame on this country. So let me tell you right now, if you want to oppose ICE, which we should, let us also oppose the entity that trains them. Israel, which has killed my people, detained my people, taken my people, has left us to die with no one to help. Injustice everywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I'll end with this chant. From Minnesota to Palestine! From Minnesota to Palestine! Occupation is a crime! Occupation is a crime! From Minnesota to Palestine! From Minnesota to Palestine! Occupation is a crime! Occupation is a crime! Thank you, Minnesota! Make some noise!
We tried this one earlier. We're going to try this chant again.
La poli, la migra, la misma porquería.
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 For those of you who don't know Spanish, that means ICE and cops, they're pigs all the same.
La poli, la migra.
La poli, la migra,
La misma porquería.
la misma porquería.
La poli, la migra.
La poli, la migra,
La misma porquería.
la misma porquería.
Make some noise.
Our next speaker is a rank and file member of Education Minnesota, a proud educator, and a member of the Anti-War Committee, Meredith.
We all know that our state is under siege from ICE. Everywhere we go, we see ICE. Or we hear of yet another family that has been torn apart. Or learn that we know yet another person who knew Renee Good or knew Alex Preddy. But today I'm here to talk to you as an educator about how these inhumane and blatantly illegal actions are affecting our students, families, and staff. At my school, about 40% of our student body is Latino. And over the past month, the number of students who have officially enrolled in flexible learning options have risen to about 20% of our student body. Between students who aren't coming to school because they don't feel safe, or students who aren't communicating with the school at all, the students who have been deported, the students who have self-deported, our hallways, our cafeterias, and our classrooms don't feel safe, don't feel right. Our community is in a hole. Everyone feels the emptiness of our missing community members. And this angers me as a teacher. Our students have their right to an education. And Trump is denying them this basic right. They should feel safe at their schools. They should feel safe at their bus stops. education. Just to show you what we could do with that money, Minneapolis Public Schools alone, this is just one school district in the state of Minnesota, which is among so many that is facing a deficit this year because of all the cuts from the federal government. Every district is cutting teachers this year. Minneapolis alone is facing a $30 million deficit this year, which that deficit from Minneapolis alone could be dealt with in just 2 weeks of ICE's operation here. Can you imagine that? Which actually improves our society more. ICE terrorizing our neighborhoods, scaring our kids away from schools and bus stops, shooting immigrants, taking people from hospitals, murdering observers, attacking protesters, or fully funded schools that educate our children to read, do math, and write. I would rather fund schools and invest in kids. Everyone deserves a right to a public education in this country, regardless of how they got here or regardless of what paperwork they do or do not have. Using our tax dollars to support the terror of ICE is exactly the opposite of this.